Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home full body Pilates workout. Today's workout is going to be a barre Pilates fusion class. So we're going to be doing some of our work in a standing position using a chair, a bar, or a countertop to support the movements. And some of the work is going to be happening down on the mat. You're not going to need any equipment for this routine. You're going to sculpt your abs, arms, glutes, and thighs. You're going to feel strong and well stretched after completing it. This workout does include a warm-up and a cool-down, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'm going to turn and face my chair. If your chair is higher, you might need to be a little bit closer to the chair. If your chair is lower, you might need to be a little bit further back. I would like you to place your hands on it just to see where you're at. I would like you to find a position where you can really lengthen through your spine so you're creating a nice flat back. We're going to go into some standing cat-cow stretches, so I'd like you to apply a gentle bend to the knees. Legs are hip distance apart. We're going to round the spine, bringing the chin toward the chest, and then arch the spine. You can bend the elbows and lift the chin. So arch and round. Good. Inhale. And exhale as you round through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, roll your shoulders down and back. And exhale, push each of the vertebrae apart as you round the spine. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Keep that gentle bend in the knees as you move through these two positions. Good. And as you round, I want you to really start to scoop the belly in toward the spine as you breathe out. Nice work. Let's go 3 and 2 and last 1 and round, and then bring the spine back to neutral. Nice work. Now from here, we're going to come out to the side and we're going to work through some lateral bend. So I'd like you to turn your toes slightly out. Feet are nice and wide. We're going to lift that left arm up and stretch and reach over to the right side. Lower and switch sides. Reaching and stretching. Good. Alternating sides as you breathe out. Getting a lot of length through the side body. Keeping the chest nice and open here. Bringing the ear toward the shoulder, getting a nice lateral stretch in as we move from side to side, mobilizing the spine, stretching the shoulders. Nicely done. For 3, reach a bit further, and 2, lengthen, and last 1. Amazing work. Now I'd like you to turn back to your chair or your surface. We're going to stand with our feet hip distance apart, and we're just going to lift the left heel and then lower, lift the right heel and lower. Alternating sides. I want you to really be tall through your spine here. The chin is parallel with the floor, gaze is straight ahead, the navel is plugged in toward the belly. Good. Bending the knees, lifting those heels, keeping the feet parallel as we warm up the backs of the legs. Good work. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth for 3 and 2 and 1. Nicely done. Lower both heels down to the floor. And now keeping the legs parallel, we're going to sink down and lift. Sink down and lift. So your challenge here is to keep a nice flat back and keep those legs parallel. So don't let your knees knock in or splay out to the sides. Drive up through your heels as you lift. Nice work. Lower and lift. Inhale and exhale. Warming up the hips, the knees, the ankles, the glutes. Give me 5. Push up through the heels. 4. 3, nice work, plug belly to spine, and last one, we're going to come down and lower, and we're just going to pulse here. Keeping the body upright, keeping the gaze straight ahead. Nice long spine, lengthening down through that tailbone for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. Amazing work. We're gonna get into our glute work. We're gonna start off by facing forward and bringing the legs and the feet into a first position. So the heels are together, the feet are splayed out to the side. We're going to lift and lower, lift and lower. So you can take the arm out to the side or onto the hip. Good. Spine is nice and long. Elevating up onto the balls of the feet and then lowering. Good work. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to step the right foot forward, keeping the toes splayed out, and step the left foot back. Separate your legs a little bit so they're hip distance apart. Now from here, we're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, lower and lift. Good. Lower and lift. So I really want you to squeeze your thighs as you lift, dropping your hips down between bent knees and then lifting back up, keeping everything really nice and tight and drawn in the core. Good. Nicely done. We've got 4, squeeze to lift. 3, nicely done. For 2, abs in, and final 1, and lift. Good work. Now from here, we're going to turn back to our chair or our surface, and we're going to support ourselves with our left leg as we work our right glutes. Now options here. You can either have your arms straight like this or slightly bent, or you might decide to come down onto your forearms if that's comfortable. From whatever position you are in, your spine needs to be really nice and long, so no arching in the spine here, no rounding in the spine. Nice neutral spine. Shoulders are down away from your ears. We're going to send that right foot back, lift the right leg, keeping the hips facing forward, flex the right foot, and then we're going to pull heel to bum. Extend and pull heel to bum. Good, really lengthening through the spine. Plug belly in and contract the hamstrings as you lift that heel toward the bum. Good. Focus on really squeezing the right glutes as you do so and contracting the right hamstrings. Good. Gentle bend in that left knee so it's not locked out. Inhale to extend, exhale to bend. Let's go 3 and 2 and final 1. We're going to hold with a bend, creating a right angle with that leg, and then we're going to pulse that heel up toward the ceiling, or kind of actually back behind you, sort of up and back. Nice work. Keep that left knee bent. Breathe out to pulse that heel up. You've got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Straighten the leg, point the toes. Now, from here, we're going to tap the toes down to the outside of the left leg and then opposite side. So we're tapping to one side of the mat with that big toe and tapping to the other side of the mat with the big toe. So we're drawing an arc in the air with that right big toe straight out behind you. Make sure you're maintaining that nice long spine. You're probably going to be feeling work in that left leg too. That's perfectly normal because we're using that leg to support the movement. Breathe out and squeeze the right glutes at the top or in the center of every lift. Good. Squeeze up and over. Squeeze up and over for 4 and 3. Amazing. Keep that leg nice and long. 2 and final 1. I'd like you to pause in the middle of that lift. Tap and lift the leg. Tap the toe down to the mat and lift the leg. Whew. That left leg is really burning too, supporting this movement. Good. Keep the shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. Let's go. 5, 4, squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now, we're going to focus our attention over to the left side now. So I'd like you to stand. You can place your hand on your support here. And we've got the right heel directly below the right hip. We're going to step the left foot out to the side and slightly turn the toes out. Now, from here, I'm going to raise my right arm above my head or out to the side or on your hip, whatever's more comfortable. And we're going to draw some circles with that left knee. Good. Drawing nice big circles with that left knee. Squeezing the side booty as you do so. Really picking that knee up and circling it down, tapping toes to the mat between each circle. Good. For 4, 3, 2, abs in. Last 1. Nicely done. Now take the arm overhead and bring the elbow and the knee together. Hold arm where it is and lift leg out to the side. Tap and lift the leg. Tap and lift the leg. Now your right leg is really working to support your body here. So gentle bend in that right knee. Good. As you move between these two positions, we're working into our obliques here, as well as into that outer thigh and gluteus medius muscle on the left side. Good work. We've got 3, 2, last 1, and lift. Great work. Now hand comes on the hip or outstretched to the side. We're now going to bring the feet so that they're parallel, and then we're going to lift that leg up, that left leg up to the side with a flexed foot. So you're coming out to the side and in, out to the side and in. Now make sure that you're not leaning over to that right side. Try to keep a nice balance here through the body. Crown of the head is still lifted up toward the ceiling. I know it's tough. Good work. We've got 2 and 1. Hold it there. I'm going to place my hand on my hip and pulse that heel up for 8, 7, 6. Strong core. 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold and lower it down. Amazing work. You can shake your legs out a little bit and just rock from side to side, regulating the breath. Stick with me. I'm going to switch this chair over to the opposite side so we can work our left side. Okay, so now that we've moved our set around, we're ready to do the other side. So I'd like you to take a hold of your surface, just place your hand on it. We're going to splay our feet out to the sides, coming into first position, gluing the heels together. From here, we want the crown of the head lifted up toward the ceiling, chin is parallel with the floor, and the belly button is plugged in toward the spine. I'm going to take my hand on my hip. We're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet and then soften the heels down to the floor. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Working those calves, squeezing the thighs, working the posture as well. Shoulders are down away from the ears and the spine is nice and long. Good. Let's go. 5, 4, elevating up and lowering softly down. And 2, amazing work. Last 1. Now we're going to step the left foot forward, keeping the toes splayed out. Right foot comes back and the legs are about hip distance apart. From here, we're elevating onto the toes, lowering and lifting. Make any little adjustments you need to here. Make sure that you're lowering those hips down between bent knees, keeping the torso upright. Good. So we're not hinging forward or leaning backward. Inhale to lower, squeeze thighs to lift. lower, and lift. Let's go 5. Keep those heels raised. 4, amazing work. 3, 2, and final 1, lift and soften heels down to the floor. Great. Now we're going to turn and face our surface. Either your arms are straight like so, or you're down on your forearms, whatever's more comfortable for you. Just make sure you set yourself up with that nice long spine. So no arching here. Tuck the tailbone slightly, lengthen through the tailbone. We're going to place the weight into the right foot and extend the left leg out long behind, flexing the foot. Gentle bend in that right knee. Now from here, we're going to pull the heel to the bum. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Really pull the heel back toward the bum, contracting the hamstrings as you breathe out. Abs are engaged. Shoulders are down away from the ears and the neck is long. Make sure you're not locking out that right knee. You've got that little bend in it. Good. Focus your mind and your attention on those left glutes and hamstrings doing the work here. Good. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here with a bend. Now from here, we're going to pulse. Pulse that heel up toward the ceiling, being really careful here not to overarch the low back. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze the bum to get the lift, and 1. Nicely done. Extend the leg out long, point through the toe. Tap, cross over bent leg, and then lift up and over. Drawing those big rainbows in the air with your big toe. Squeezing those left glutes at the top of every lift. Amazing work. Nicely done. Let's go 4, 3, relax those shoulders, 2, and 1. Hold in the center of the lift. Tap toe down to the mat and lift. Good. Slow and controlled. Squeezing the booty with every lift. Nicely done. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Nice work. Now, from here, we're going to take a hold of the back of the chair and we're going to go into some hip circles. Arm can be up or to the side. I'm going to place my hand on my hip here. The left foot is under the left hip and knee. We're going to take that right knee up and circle it. And then tap the toe down. So circle up and tap down. Circle and tap. Good. Keeping your body in an upright position. So trying not to lean over to your left side here. Mobilizing the hip and squeezing the side booty every time you lift that knee up and over. The core is engaged. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and final 1. Nice work. Take the arm overhead. From here, bringing the elbow and the knee together and then lifting the leg to the side. Elbow and knee and lift. Elbow to knee and lift that leg. Nice work. Keep the crown of the head elevating up toward the ceiling. Work that amazing posture as you work the thighs, the hips, the glutes, and those obliques. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Bring your feet together. And from here, we're maintaining the flexing of the foot, and we're taking that right leg out to the side. Find that balanced line through the body. You want to be perfectly upright here as you bring that leg out to the side. Focusing on the side glutes, focusing on the thighs. For 5, 4, maintain that bend in your supporting leg. 2, and 1. Hold it there. Hand on hip, pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Amazing work. Roll out your shoulders. Shake your legs a little bit. Releasing some of that tension. Amazing work. We're going to come down onto the mat now for our Pilates portion of the workout. Okay, from here we're going to come to the back of the mat. We're going to lift the arms up, position the feet so that they're hip distance apart. We're going to fold forward, letting the head hang heavy. Gentle bend in those knees. Let the arms hang heavy. From this point, take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale, I want you to bend the knees even more and start to walk the hands forward on the mat, coming into a high plank position with the shoulders above the wrists, abdominal wall lifted. Inhale here and exhale, shoot the hips up and back into a downward dog. Inhale, come forward, lift the abdominals. Exhale, shoot the hips up and back. Inhale, forward, lift those abs, power up through the shoulders. And exhale, stretch the spine. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, scooping belly in. Inhale, forward, and exhale to lift. Let's go 4, 3, amazing work, 2, and 1. Shoot up into your downward dog, and then come into your high plank, shoulders above the wrists. We're going to extend the right leg, point through the toes, lift and lower the leg for 9, 8, 7, nice broad shoulders, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower leg and push the hips up and back for a stretch. Deep inhale here. And exhale, come forward, switching legs. Point through the left toes. 1, 2, 3. Stay nice and even across the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing work. Shoot back into your downward dog. Lift those hips nice and high and regulate the breath for 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to come forward and tap the right fingers to the left shoulder and then left fingers to right shoulder, alternating sides for 3 and 4. Lower the knees, keep the feet flexed, elbows in close toward the side of the body as we lower the chest and push the mat away. Come back into your plank. 1, shoulder tap. 2, abs in. 3 and 4. Lower knees, tricep push up. Push the mat away, nicely done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lower those knees, lower the chest, and push up. Nice work, keep it up. 1, 2, 3, lift those abs, and 4. Lower the knees, lower the chest, push up through the heels of the hands. 2 more sets. You can do it. 3 and 4. Lower, push up, and lift. Nice work. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lower the knees, lower the chest, push up, and hold. Nice work. Flatten your feet down to the floor. We're going to go into some continuous tricep push-ups here. Keeping the knees down on the floor or lifting into high plank. We're lowering the chest and lifting. Lower and lift. Keep the neck nice and long, shoulders down away from the ears. Abs are engaged as we lower and lift. Focusing on the triceps, doing the work for 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Take the knees nice and wide. Sink back into child's pose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nicely done. Now we're going to come into low plank. We're going to interlace the fingers, and we're going to take the forearms down onto the mat with the elbows below the shoulders. From this position, we're stepping the right leg back, stepping the left leg back, holding in a low plank. Inhale and exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, low plank. Exhale, scoop abs in and lift those hips. Inhale and exhale. So we're working the shoulders, we're working the upper body as well as that core as we pull belly to spine to lift those hips. Nice work. We've got 6, 5, keep those shoulders nice and broad. 4, abs in. 3, last 2, and final 1. Hold in your low plank, alternating knee taps. Keep the bum in line with the body. Try not to let it lift. Good. Alternating which knee taps down to the mat. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Lower the knees. Take them nice and wide. Keep the hips elevated. Walk the hands out in front and come into a puppy pose. Regulating the breath here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice work. Now we're going to switch our focus to our abs. So we're going to lower down onto the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Come all the way down. And from here, I'd like you to interlace your hands behind your head. We're going to stretch the right leg out nice and long. And from here, we're going to lift that right leg and lower. Just hover it above the mat. Lift and lower. I'd like you to turn your heels slightly in as you work through this movement, focusing on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, when you're comfortable here, if you can, I'd like you to lift your head every time you lift that leg. Now, if you're finding that with the crunch, it's too much with a straight leg, you can come in with a bent knee like so. Otherwise, you're keeping that leg nice and straight, heel turned slightly in, elbows nice and wide as we lift and lower with control. Amazing. Keep working. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Move over to that left side. Start with head, neck, and shoulders down as you begin lifting and lowering that leg. Connect with the breath. Breathing in through the nose, and as you exhale, plug navel in toward the spine. Now lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Every time you lift the leg, crunching the belly button in toward the spine, getting deep into those abdominals. Amazing work. You can do it. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Now from here, both knees are bent. We're going to lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Elevate the arms out to either side of the body. And now we're going to reach for opposite calf. Reach, 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 keeping the low back pressing down onto the floor. You can do it. Working deep into those obliques. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Back to center, lower down. Take the hands back behind the head. Bring the soles of the feet together. From here, we're going to bring the elbows and the knees together and then extend the legs out long. Bring elbows and knees together and extend. Now, if it's too much with that extension, I'd like you to bring the feet down to the floor like so. Good. Bend and extend. Crunch it in and stretch those legs out long for 6, 5, 4, you're doing great. 3, 2, and final 1. I'd like you to extend the arms and the legs in opposite direction. Head can come down to the floor if this feels really intense. Lower the legs a couple inches and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, abs in, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees in toward the chest and breathe it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch your legs out long on the mat. Roll over onto your stomach. Take your hands on either side of your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here and exhale, peel up, stretching the abdominal wall for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take the hands below the shoulders. Stretch out into plank. Fold your right leg under your body and press the mat away from you as you reach up and stretch. Holding in this pigeon pose. Folding over the lower body if that feels comfortable. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands under your shoulders. Step back into your plank. Fold opposite leg under the body. Stretch that back leg out behind you. Push up through your fingertips, lengthening through the spine, and then fold over the lower body to deepen the stretch in that hip. Stretching the hips and the glutes here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. For 3, and 2, and 1. Amazing work. Bring yourself into a cross-leg position. From here, I'd like you to lift the arms up, lower your right hand down to the floor, keeping your left bum cheek in contact with the mat. Stretch and lengthen over to the right side, and then lower. Switching sides, reach and stretch, lengthening. Nicely done. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the heels in close toward the midline of the body, and then fold over. Stretching out the inner thighs, placing the hands on the knees just to apply a little bit of pressure and deepen the stretch if that feels good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to cross my legs again. We're going to lift our shoulders up, inhale, and exhale, roll them down and back. For 2, and for 1. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining me for that Pilates Barre Fusion. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to moving again with you next time. Bye for now.